Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be ranking the best pink diamond cards in NBA 2K25 MyTEAM. Here on this tier list, we got a list of about 50 of the best pink diamonds in the game. A couple of these guys are a little more obscure cards I haven't talked about very much, obviously, because 50 is a lot of pink diamonds at this point in the year. But got y'all a pretty good list of pink diamond cards to go through and rank here in this video. Before we hop into it, if you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Help me push towards the 50,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, multiple videos a day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, Michael Beasley is still probably, honestly, an S tier pink diamond. He's close to not being, and I understand the defense isn't unbelievable, but he's such a great rope scorer, mainly just because he's an insane slasher with elite dunking animations and has one of the best jumpers in the game. Movement wise, he's not that spectacular at this point. D-book dribble style, not a great escape, and Garland behind the back's like the fourth best behind the back in the game, probably. But with the jumper that he has, he gets the job done, man. I still think he's probably S tier. DeMar Carroll is about as good of a 3-and-D card as you're going to get at the small forward position, but he is only 6'8", and he doesn't do a ton off the dribble. Now, jumper's super nice. He does have a decent escape, and he's a great defender, so there is a good amount to like about the card. I feel like he's borderline S tier. Not sure I'd actually put him there, though. Bruce Brown, kind of an underwhelming pink diamond in all honesty. There's going to be a decent amount of these on this list that are just like, yeah, at this point, this card's not that great. Bruce Brown's a good example of that. A 6'4" PG who's just like, he's not spectacular defensively, doesn't have the badges on that into the court, has his own jumper on very quick, which like, whatever. Sigs wise, I don't know, basic behind the back, D-book dribble style, not really what you're looking for. It's just kind of mid at this point. Zach Edey is 60 speed. Yeah, he's 7'4", but he's not a great shooter and he's 60 speed. He can shoot okay though, I will say that, but I think he's too slow realistically to be a high level card. I won't put him D, but I wouldn't put him higher than C. Matt Barnes, pure 3-and-D shooting guard, doesn't do much in terms of shot creation, but his jumper is elite and he's a very quality defender, and I mean elite when I say the jumper as well. So he's high B because of the jump shot, really. Khalil Ware, I'd go A. Don't think I'd go S at this point. He's not on the best of the best big man level, but he is definitely still good. 7-footer with a nice jumper, great athleticism, super solid card. Stacey Augmon, legitimately good. 6'8" shooting guard, good release, legitimately solid card. Not a card that people ever really talked about from the Bracket Busters Festival, but he actually is a pretty decent card. He's a quality shooter and he's got great, or very, very solid defense. Like he's a solid, pretty well-rounded card in all honesty. Jumper isn't unbelievable. Zach Randolph base isn't going to be ideal. Jalen Smith upper, that definitely looks like it holds him back, and the Sigs aren't there. I'm gonna go C, but he doesn't look totally awful. Jabari Smith is 6'11" at shooting guard with a money jumper and Kawhi behind the back, and he's a very valuable card. He's a very high level guy. S tier. LeBron, I'm sorry, the bad stats just aren't there. He's D tier. Bad card. All these playoff cards are going to be D tier realistically. He's not good. Marquise Daniels, another pure 3-and-D, kind of like Matt Barnes. Nice jumper, decent size, quality defender, quality slasher. Not a bad card. Kevin Porter Jr., he's only 6'4". He's a fun shot creator on the offensive end of the court, but he's not elite defensively, and his Sigs aren't God tier. Now, his jumper's really good, but I'd still go B tier for him. Eddie Curry, similarly to Khalil Ware, not best of the best at this point, but I will go A tier. Still a very solid card. Still deserves to be in the top couple tiers somewhere. Mark Williams, not quite as good of a shooter as these two guys, but another good, solid big. Feels like a B tier guy. Athletic, good speed, good defender. Not bad. Bobby Portis, nice jump shot. Capable enough defender and solid speed and stuff. Like, he's not a liability either. 4 pink down big, I think he's pretty solid too. I'd go B tier for him as well. Onyeka Okongwu, 6'10" small forward, but his jumper's not that great, and he's not a god tier defender or anything. I think he's good. I don't think he's insane. I think he's towards the bottom. Frank Kaminsky was pretty good for his time. A solid 7'1" big man, so he does have good size. His jumper's pretty good. I don't think he's super great though at this point. I feel like low B or high C is probably fair for Kaminsky, but his jumper's pretty good. I'll give him B tier. Dyson Daniels was the first of the really good defensive point guards. At this point, he doesn't do much else besides just defend and I guess occasionally catch, shoot a wide open shot. He's got no off the dribble ability whatsoever. There are definitely several pink down point guards, or at least a couple of them, that I would take over him at this point, but he's still B tier. Sasa Vujacic, speaking of pink down point guards, I'd take over Dyson Daniels. I think Sasa Vujacic might be one of them. A 6'7" PG who's pretty good, honestly. I mean, he's got the size, obviously, at 6'7" with 6. A negative wingspan isn't ideal, but he's a good defender himself. He's got 95 driving dunk, which is his glitched ability. He's an elite shooter, and he's got 94 speed and agility. And he's got one of the best bases in the game in Kyle Lowry base. Now, Seth Curry upper, not my favorite. Holds him back a little bit. D-book dribble style, step escape, pro 2 fade isn't bad. I still think the jumper is good enough, even with an upper that I don't adore, to where as a pink diamond, he's A tier. On higher tier cards, becomes more nitpicky when it comes to a jumper that has an upper like Seth Curry, but as of right now, I think for Vujacic, A tier is still fair. Stephon Castle, a worse Dyson Daniels. I'm going C tier at this point. The only thing he provides is being tall and good at defense. His jumper's not that great, and he does absolutely nothing off the dribble. In fact, I would say his jumper's bad at this point. Donovan Clingan is the best pink diamond big man in the game. I don't even really think it's debatable. Absolutely awesome card. Easy S tier. PJ Tucker, honestly, awesome jumper, awesome defender, 6'6" shooting guard. I don't think he's that much better than Matt Barnes or Marquise Daniels. In fact, I'm not certain he's much better than them, period, but his jumper is spectacular. I think he's B tier, solid card. Anthony Morrow, 6'5" point guard, but does nothing particularly specially. He looks like a good jump shooter, but not a special card at all. C tier. D tier for Giannis as well. These playoffs cards are just not good. They're just bad. It's the honest truth. Jeff Green, 6'8" small forward, but good size, good player build, great stats and badges all the way around. Really good defender. Solid card. Super well-rounded. I like his jump shot a lot. One of the better pink diamonds for sure. Wendell Carter, also probably one of the better pink diamond bigs. I'll go B. Don't think I'd go higher than that, but I really like the card, to be totally honest. I think he's very, very good, and I think he's one of the best, one of the better pink diamond bigs. Like, I think he's one of the more overlooked ones, but kind of like Mark Williams, Bobby Portis, he's a very solid card. Dante DiVincenzo, he's undersized at 6'4", but his jumper's spectacular, and he is a pretty good defender and a decent slasher. For a pink diamond point guard, again, I think he's pretty good. I think he's probably B tier as well. Patrick Patterson, low-key feels like an A tier. His jumper is absolutely money. People have told me it reminds them of Dikembe Mutombo, and I see that. I think he's really, really good. 6'9" with 7'1" wingspan at the small forward position, gives him size. He's got the statistical versatility with 90 speed, interior, perimeter, solid shooter. Like I said, really, really good jumper. I mean, really good card, and he's got a little bit of movement too. I think he's A tier for sure. Robert Covington, elite 3-and-D. I think he's a better version of the Matt Barnes, Marquise Daniels, PJ Tuckers of the world. I think he's A tier. Really good card. Still one of the better pink diamond shooting guards. Kawhi, again, just not good enough. He's a far worse version of his pink diamond from early in the year. Just no. D tier. Omri Caspi, another A tier. 6'9" shooting guard with an elite jumper. I don't think he's S, but he's really, really good as a shooter, and he does a little bit off the dribble too. Nice card. Larry Nance Jr., legitimately pretty solid, honestly, as well. I'll go A tier for him too. Not a bad card. 6'8", 6'9" with curry slide and a good jump shot at the small forward position. He's a good card. Peyton Watson, yet another really good card. A tier for him too. Don't know if I'd go S, but 6'7" shooting guard, nice jump shot, great defender, good card. A lot of good to like about him. Anthony Black is my favorite pink diamond point guard personally. I think his jumper's pretty good. His movement is high level. He's got a great fade, and he's a great slasher and defender. He's really well-rounded. 2K made this card phenomenal for a pink diamond. I think he's my favorite pink diamond point guard in the game. Glenn Big Baby Davis, jumper's solid. Stat and badge-wise, he's pretty good. I wouldn't say he's unbelievable, though. I don't love the jumper. That seems fair. Christian Wood's C tier to me. Jumper, it just isn't quite cutting in my opinion. I don't love that aspect of the card. Matisse Thybulle's just another solid 3-and-D budget shooting guard, solid jumper, great defender, but doesn't do much at all off the dribble. Derek Jones Jr., another pretty mediocre one. Jumper's fine, but he's undersized at small forward. He's not amazing in any specific area. Isaiah Hartenstein, another card who I just don't think is great. I feel like I'd go C tier with him too. Another not great jumper who's not this elite shooter, or doesn't have insane size or anything particularly like ridiculous about him that makes him awesome. Matt Bonner, 6'10", really good shooter, solid defender, great slasher. Really, really nice 6'10" small forward, really good budget guard, definitely a good option. Nikhil Alexander-Walker, probably one of the more slept on point guards on this list. He's 6'5", he's good defensively, he's a solid card, and he's got a nice jumper too, not bad. I'd say B tier for him. Taylor Hendricks, another solid small forward option, pretty well-rounded stat and badge-wise, has a pretty good jumper. I'd say he's just as good as Larry Nance. I think he's A tier. Low A probably, but still a solid small forward option, a well-rounded good card. Paulo Banchero, playoff card. The animations and stats and badges just aren't good enough at this point in the year. It's another D tier to me. KP, the speed is not there. The shooting is okay-ish, but it's not special. His jumper on normal is just not that great anymore. Defensively, he's kind of soft. I don't like this card that much. I'm putting him C tier, to be totally honest. Wang. I think Wang is A. I don't think he's S. There's only a few S tiers on this list, is the honest truth, man. I just don't think I'm going to have more than about 6 S tier guys, and I don't think Wang is one of them, to be honest. 7'1" with a good jumper, yeah. Good shooter, solid defender, not a bad card, but the jumper isn't unbelievably OP or anything. He's good, but he's not ridiculous. Dr. J, I think low A still. I mean, somewhere in A probably. He's got the shot creation, he's got the slashing, he's got a solid fade, and he's got a great jumper still. I mean, still got a lot to like. Dribble style isn't there, I know, but the escape behind the back is good, and he's still solidly usable, to be totally honest. He was one of the best cards in the game all year. It is still pretty usable. I think he's probably high A. Wemby is still S to me. 7'4" with an uncontestable or very hard to contest jumper is just always going to be an S tier card. One of the best pink diamonds in the game for sure. Thabo Sefolosha, slept on, 6'7", budget 3-and-D shooting guard with a good jumper and actually pretty solid movement. One of the better budget 3-and-Ds in the game. Jonathan Bender, 7 foot with an absolute strap for a jump shot. The unfortunate part is he does nothing off the dribble at all, and he's not a spectacular defender. I think high B is where I'm going to put Jonathan Bender at this point. Channing Frye, I don't love the jumper. I'm going C. He's not special at all. Dante Exum, Wrexham, pretty darn good, 6'6", versatile PG. I wish he had defensive Hoffs, but his jumper's nice and his offense is pretty good. And I mean, he could be a little better defensively, but I think he's low A. Josh Childress, obvious S, best pink diamond card in the game. It's him and Klingon are the two best for sure. I think he's a no-brainer. That one's easy. And then finally, Hakeem Olajuwon, who has definitely fallen off a good bit at this point in the game. He's still 7-footer, but the jumper's not very good. The stats and badges are still okay, but I think low B is as high as I can go with the jumper as mediocre as Hakeem's. And with that being said, this is the list. We got 52 of the best pink diamond cards in the game ranked on this tier list. I hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.